Girls called The Three Little Pugs and the Big Bad Cat. This is by Becky Davies and Caroline Attia. Once upon a time, there were three little pugs called Bubbles, Bandit and Beauty. They lived with their mother in a tiny kennel in the woods. "You three aren't puppies anymore," said Mother Pug. "It's time you went to build houses of your own." "What kind of houses shall we build? Will there be sticks? Will there be treats? Take these snacks and watch out for the big bad cat. She's the meanest moggy around and will do anything for food. Build strong houses to keep that clever kitty out." And there's a newspaper here with the big bad cat. Trying to get them. So off the three little pugs went, their backpacks bulging with biscuits. Bandit and Beauty bounded ahead, while Bubbles dragged his paws at the back. "I'm starving," he wailed, plonking himself down on the ground. "Can't I just eat a couple of treats?" "You have to build a house first. Remember the big bad cat?" warned Beauty. "Come back here, Tail." "Fine," said Bubbles, looking round. "Then I'll build my house right here out of this straw." And that's exactly what he did. Look, he's built a house out of straw. Silly Bubbles. As soon as Bubbles had finished building his straw house, he turned greedily to his treats, licking his puggy lips. He opened his mouth as wide as it would go. But before he could take a bite, he heard a noise outside. "Humph! Can't a pug enjoy his biscuits in peace?" snorted Bubbles, and he waddled over to the window to take a look. Uh-oh, it's the big bad cat. What a sight! Sharp, scratchy claws, a terrible twitching tail, mean, moggy eyes. Holy pug moly, it was Big Bad Cat. Little pug, let me come in," yowled the big bad cat. Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin," trembled Bubbles, scrambling to cover his snacks. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," cried the cat, pulling out a hairdryer, "and I'll barely have to lift a paw." The hairdryer whirred, whoosh, and it whooshed, whoo, and it blew the house down. "Yikes!" yelped Bubbles, and he scurried away as fast as he could. Look at that, blowing away with that hairdryer. Straw everywhere. Meanwhile, Bandit and Beauty had come across a heap of sticks. "Look, Beauty," panted Bandit. "Sticks! Sticks are my favourite. I could build the whole house out of sticks." They don't look very strong. What about the big bad cat?" Do you think they look strong? But Bandit wouldn't listen. He ran around happily, chewing sticks, digging holes, and building himself a messy stick house. There you go, see? Bandit had said goodbye to Beauty and was just about to gobble up his first biscuit when Bubbles hurtled through the front door, wheezing, The big bad cat!" panted Bubbles. "Coming this way, protect the treats." But just then, a giant shadow fell across the window. Can you see it? Huddled together, the pugs looked out to see sharp, scratchy claws, a terrible twitching tail, and mean, moggy eyes. Holy pug moly, it was the big bad cat again. Little pugs, let me in," howled the big bad cat. Not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins," trembled Bubbles and Bandit. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, the cat declared, pulling out a leaf blower and aiming it at the house of sticks. A leaf blower, that's clever. And I won't even ruffle my fur, she purred. The leaf blower spat and it spluttered and it blew the house down. Bandit saying, "Help, my sticks!" Bandit's sticks box. And then Bubbles is saying, "Wait for me." Beauty was saying that, sorry. Deep in the forest, Beauty had walked and walked until she found a pile of bricks. She knew exactly how to build her house. And you see, the boss, and there's her plans. "Great job, team. Timmy, to you," said the little birds. Just as the last brick was laid, Bandit and Bubbles came bursting through the trees. "Beauty, Beauty, the big bad cat is coming," panted Bandit. "She ate our food," wailed Bubbles. "We're all going to starve." "Don't worry, everything is under control," said Beauty, as she gathered her brothers into a huddle. "It's time for Plan B, boys. Now listen carefully." And you see, top secret Plan B. When the big bad cat reached the brick house, all was quiet. Too quiet. Little pugs, let me in," growled the cat, but there was no response. She peeked inside to see a bulging backpack and 3 pug-shaped lumps on the sofa. Just here, 1, 2, 3. "It's no good hiding," said the big bad cat, purring. The big bad cat purred smugly. "I'll still huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, and I shan't even tangle a whisker." She pulled out a giant fan and pointed it at the brick house. The fan blustered and blasted, but the house stood firm. This would call for something more powerful. A jumbo jet. The engines revved and they roared, and the door to the brick house blew right open. The big bad cat strutted inside victorious, but the backpack was full of sticks, and the lumps on the sofa were nothing but cushions. There's the sticks. The big bad cat was furious. She yelled and she howled. She hissed and she spat. Her eyes narrowed, her tail twitched, and she stamped her paws until... "Muffin!" trilled a voice through the trees. "Oh, Muffin! Din-dins!" And look at that. The cat's thinking that Muffin is getting a big chicken dinner. With a flick of her tail, the cat trotted back home through the woods, discarding her disguises. "There you are, my ickle muffin monster," said Mrs. Honeybun, scooping her up. "Hapless fool," she says. "I have the most wonderful surprise for my pretty witty Muffy Wuffy. Come with me, princess." And she carried her into the house. "Look who's joining the family. I know you're going to be best friends." And the 3 little pugs and the big bad cat lived happily ever after. Well, almost. And that was the end. Did you enjoy it? I hope you didn't mind me reading for you.